Hey guys, welcome to Smack Talk SmackDown Review, where we look at SmackDown Live for this week and we see the good, the bad, and we give our thoughts on this show. As seen as it's the premiere episode of SmackDown on Fox, I thought this is a good start to start off the new review segments on Smack Talk. We'll be reviewing SmackDown by itself, Raw by itself, and we'll be doing AEW versus NXT on Thursdays. So if you are new to the channel and you like what you see, please press the subscribe button, press that bell so you can keep up to date, and please press that like so I can get all the likes in the world. Thank you. Now that's all said and done, let's hit the music, let's get on with the review. Here's SmackDown Live Review. So technically we kicked off the show with Stephanie McMahon and Vince McMahon coming out and introducing the new SmackDown show on Fox. I thought this was great. It was a new era for SmackDown. It really felt like a fresh start for SmackDown. The opening set video package for SmackDown was cool. Even the little Fiend bits which were in the now for then now forever is awesome. That was cool. And the stage, let's talk about the stage, because that's something I really want to talk about from SmackDown, and I think this is the best point really. It's a beautiful stage. I like that Raw's stage and SmackDown stages are different. I thought that's a big thing that the company needed to do. It's great to have Pyro on both shows back again, and let's be honest guys, this felt so different. This felt like a different show than what we got last week. It felt bigger. I know we're not going to probably get this level of show every week on SmackDown, but this is such a great way of getting the audiences to view SmackDown, and it's a good sample show, and that's what this show really was. And that was the best thing. So we had Vince and Stephanie kicked off the show technically. Then we had the man come out. This was awesome. Becky Lynch. The man was born on SmackDown. If we all remember, Becky was frustrated with Charlotte Flair. She turned heel. She didn't really turn heel because we wouldn't allow her to turn heel. And then the man character was born. She was cutting a damn good promo before she was interrupted by King Corbin. Again, good character to have out. Probably one of the best heels on WWE TV right now. And he states that he should be the one opening SmackDown Live because he is the king of WWE. He's quickly interrupted by the man who started the show, The Rock. The Rock, it's The Rock show. It's awesome. We have a great promo segment with both Becky Lynch and The Rock towards Baron Corbin. Corbin tries to fire some back at The Rock. Doesn't really phase it. It's The Rock. He's the king of Smack Talk. He cuts all the great lines. Becky Lynch even cuts a line of "It doesn't matter who you are," which is great. And then obviously Becky gets her revenge from Extreme Rules on Baron Corbin, kicking the crap out of Corbin, and then The Rock hits the people's elbow and the rock bottom on Corbin. Great way to start the show. I thought this is a damn, like, literally I was talking to friends on the night, we watched it live, and I was like, this is how you kick off a new show. You get the biggest superstar to ever come from WWE to start the show. That's The Rock. You get Becky Lynch, the biggest superstar in WWE right now in my opinion, and you just hit a heel character who everyone loves to see get his just results, which is Baron Corbin. Fantastic opening to the show. I thought the stage was great. I thought Rock was great. I thought Vince and Stephanie was great as well. Just a great opening. This moved us on to straight away for the first match of the night, and Becky Lynch was involved in that as well. So Becky Lynch just opened the first SmackDown Live show. She also opened the first match of SmackDown, and that was a tag team match where we saw Charlotte Flair as her tag team partner, taking on Bayley and Sasha Banks. Bayley being the SmackDown Women's Champion, and Sasha Banks being Becky Lynch's opponent at Hell in a Cell. This wasn't, we didn't get as much time on matches, and this is something I wasn't too fussed about. I think it needed to be this way, especially for the first show, because they're trying to get through a lot in this first show, and there wasn't a lot of promos. I think there wasn't many promos at all. But yeah, the match itself was not what we got on Raw, where they had I think they had like 20 minutes match. This was like about a 7-minute match altogether. Becky and Charlotte really controlled the match. Sasha Banks and Bayley didn't really get much offense. They kind of controlled it for a small bout before Becky and Charlotte really started clicking. Charlotte puts Bayley in the figure 8. Bayley taps out, and then after the match we did find out later on that Charlotte will get a SmackDown Women's opportunity at Hell in a Cell for tapping out the SmackDown Women's Champion, which is great. I think that is a great opportunity. I think again, if you look at the predictions video, which I will have a link to somewhere on there, yes, I think that's a great opportunity. I think that will work for Charlotte and Bayley. But yeah, good match, good opening match. None of the matches were fantastic. It was just good matches, like sampler matches for what to expect for SmackDown. Then we had a Firefly House special, which was absolutely this was great because you just didn't expect it. Again, this is something where I think a lot of fans we were expecting the Fiend to turn up. Obviously he was in the intro bit of Now Forever bit, and him turning up, he cut a great video package promo towards Seth Rollins. Seth then had a match against Shinsuke Nakamura, which didn't last too long. The armbar from Shinsuke was like, oh wow, that's really cool, and then the match completely ended because the lights went out. The Fiend attacked Seth Rollins at the top of the stage, and then he throws him off the stage, and it's like, oh my god, this is awesome. Again, the crowd are so into the Fiend character. I'm really excited to see what happens at Hell in a Cell. I think that is going to be the most interesting match of the night, is the Fiend versus Seth Rollins. How are they going to work it out? Obviously they don't want to damage the Fiend's the Fiend is the biggest heel character they've got right now. Seth is like the big babyface character on Raw right now. Obviously they want to probably protect Seth, but they want to make the Fiend look strong at the same time. Could be very, very interesting. So yeah, awesome segment, brilliant. Again, this is just samples of what the WWE are giving Fox, and I think this really was an exciting segment. Next up we had Kevin Owens versus Shane O'Mac. This was a ladders match. On top was a briefcase, and in the briefcase there was termination letters for both Shane and Kevin Owens. Whoever wins the match will be fired from WWE. This was awesome. The only downside, and I think this was a downside from Sky, not through WWE, because there was a lot of commercial breaks, and this match was the most affected with the commercial breaks because Shane had put Kevin through a table, which was awesome. Put Kevin Owens on the announcement table, and elbow drop from the top rope onto Kevin Owens. Commercial break. Kevin Owens is now on the top rope. Shane's now on the ladder, and we missed that. And apparently you could have seen it because there was like a commercial bit on the TV, but that's TV for it's picture for picture kind of one for America, but they don't do that over here in the UK, and I think we missed quite a bit on that, especially this match. I think there was a few commercial breaks for it, but KO did win the match. It was the most obvious result. I think everyone knew Shane had to leave. The Shane O'Mac character got a little bit too much, but if he's doing a backstage role now for the company, that's awesome. Interesting to see where this takes Kevin Owens now. Obviously, he's now the savior of SmackDown for the fans. Where will he go? Will he become continue being a babyface, or will he turn heel again? We'll have to wait and see. But yes, interesting times. But like I said, the match itself what we saw was cool, and it was like snippets of all these really cool bits. But it seemed like there was a lot missing through the commercial breaks. Then we had an 8-man tag team match where we saw Braun Strowman teaming up with The Miz and Heavy Machinery, taking on Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Roode, AJ Styles, and the Viper, Randy Orton. This itself wasn't even a match. The Miz started it off with Dolph Ziggler. Again, I kind of always think Dolph and the Miz always have those kind of matches, that kind of feud where you could really build up so many great storylines because they're just such good workers. The Miz kind of gets beaten up quite a bit. He finally gets a hot tag to Braun Strowman, and that pretty much is it. Braun kind of powerhouses through the whole team. He gets an altercation with Tyson Fury, which is interesting. He throws Dolph Ziggler into the barricades. That kind of pushes Tyson Fury back. Tyson Fury is not happy. Braun Strowman wins the match, and Tyson Fury tries to jump the barricades to get to Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman's laughing. A ton of security drags Tyson Fury away, and that's it. Interesting. It's a good little mixture. I know that Fox is really well known for their boxing and MMA, and you do see that in this show. But Tyson Fury apparently is going to have a mic on Raw this week, so he will be cutting a promo. So that will be interesting. So Tyson Fury, is he signing for WWE? No, he's not. But it's a good little mixture. I thought that was cool. I think it wasn't highlighted too much throughout the show that Tyson Fury jumped the barricades. But yeah, it looks. Could we have a Tyson Fury Braun Strowman match at Saudi Arabia? Most likely. It looks like we're going to have a celebrity WWE match at Saudi Arabia anyway. But yeah, this is cool. Nothing much of a match, but the Tyson Fury Braun Strowman face up, that was cool. Next up, we had a Lumberjack match where we saw Roman Reigns versus Erick Rowan. Again, a interesting one. We had a lot of heels and only a few baby faces in the Lumberjacks. The match itself was fine, a decent match. We had Daniel Bryan on commentating in this match. A good thing, this kind of gives me a good segue into the commentating team. Only two on commentating on SmackDown right now. We have Michael Cole now, the lead commentator, and Corey Graves, the lead colour commentator for SmackDown. Definitely giving SmackDown that unique perspective. Raw has a 3-man commentating team. It's nice to see SmackDown going back to a traditional 2-man commentating team. Michael Cole, he's a veteran at this level, especially being a babyface commentator. And Corey Graves is probably, from my opinion, the best colour commentator behind Nigel McGuinness. So, that is cool. I think that is cool. So commentating wise, very good commentating for the show. Daniel Bryan, awesome. You can see here that he's becoming more and more babyface. Closer we get to Hell in a Cell, he's acting more like the Yes Daniel Bryan than the Planet's champion Daniel Bryan, which is cool. The match itself was a physical match. You got two big guys going at it, which was great. When Roman got chucked out of a ring, a lot of the heel Lumberjacks decided that's it, we're going to beat the crap out of Roman Reigns. When Roman chucked Erick Rowan out the ring, didn't give him a chance. Erick Rowan, this was a great way to build him up. He beat the crap out of everyone. Even the Viking Raiders, which are probably one of the biggest tag teams on TV right now, and they got beaten up quite easily by Erick Rowan. Luke Harper comes out. He starts beating down the Lumberjacks as well. He tries to help Erick Rowan because obviously it's a Lumberjack match, there's no DQ. Daniel Bryan gets involved in the match. He takes out Luke Harper. There's a great bit where Roman does the suicide dive over the ropes, takes out everyone. Looks like Erick Rowan's going to win the match. He's about to put Roman in the Iron Claw. Daniel Bryan comes to save him. He takes out Luke Harper again. Daniel Bryan gets saved by Roman with a spear, and Roman wins the match. I think this is great. Again, a snippet to what we might be seeing at Hell in a Cell. Interesting to see how well Roman and Daniel are working together going towards this match. Next and last was the main event, and we had about 10 minutes left on the show by this point, and it was Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship, and the match lasted about the same amount of time I've taken to just talk about it. 9 seconds. It was a 9-second title defeat. To Kofi lost the title. I think this is probably the lowest point of the show for me. Brock won F5, loses to Kofi. Brock's celebrating with Paul Heyman in the ring, and next thing we know, Rey Mysterio's music hits. The crowd go, man, everyone's like, oh my god, Rey's gonna come out and challenge. And no, I can't pronounce his name. An MMA fighter comes out. He's the guy who took out Brock Lesnar back in UFC with a TKO, and which lost him the UFC Heavyweight Championship. A lot of people have been talking about him going to wrestling. Apparently, he said he was in talks with New Japan and AEW. He hasn't signed with WWE. That's one thing which is being reported. He hasn't actually signed with WWE. He came out for this show. He takes down Brock Lesnar, beats the crap out of him. Brock retreats. He tries to go back in the ring a few times, but he keeps retreating back thanks to Paul Heyman. But rumours have it this is going to be the Saudi Arabian match for Brock Lesnar, him and this guy. Interesting ending. I'm not a UFC fan, so I don't know who this guy is. But friends of mine who are into UFC said this is a big deal, so that's kind of cool. But yeah. Disappointing for the Kofi Kingston. That title reign was fantastic. We want to say thank you, Kofi. There's been the hashtag thank you, Kofi going strong online. But yeah, that was it's a sad ending to a very, very, I think, important title reign. And there you go, guys. That was SmackDown's premiere review. So what did I think? I thought it was a good show. I don't think it was anything particularly special. None of the matches were particularly special, but I think the atmosphere and the whole audience really made that show feel special. The Tyson Fury Braun Strowman is an interesting one. Brock Lesnar winning the title, we knew it was going to happen, but 9 seconds, that's just, again, it's just not fair on Kofi, is that? Hopefully Kofi will get another title opportunity in the future. I hope that does happen. My theory is Brock is going to be WWE champion for a while, and then Roman's going to win. I think Roman's going to be the big face of SmackDown Live. I think that's what Fox want. They want Roman Reigns. It's kind of good because Roman's been on SmackDown for a while now, and if they keep him on SmackDown with a draft, and we can't say, oh, they just threw the title on him. He's been there for a while. He's not really challenged for any titles, so that could be a good workout for him. But yeah, I think altogether, I think it was a good, strong episode. The viewership for SmackDown Live this week was 3.8 million, so very strong. That's exactly what Fox wanted to see. I think WWE, there were reports like WWE were disappointed. They wanted like a 4. But a 3.8 is really strong. That's very strong. It's stronger than anything SmackDown Live was getting on USA. So that is cool. So what am I going to grade SmackDown Live for the first episode on Fox? Well, I think just like with AEW, there were snippets of what we should expect. There was no real match. I don't think there was a match as good as Cody versus, Sammy. I think that was a really good match on AEW's side. I don't think we got anything at that level, but I think because The Rock was just such a big influence on that, I'm going to give it the same score. I think a 2.5 out of 5 is a good score. It's not a bad match, not a bad show. It was a good show. It's just that there's so much still to come on SmackDown, and the draft is going to be exciting next week. And there you go, guys. That is my review of SmackDown for this week. What did you think? What was your favourite part of SmackDown on Fox? Leave it in the comments below. Like I said at the start of this video, please like, subscribe, and press that bell to keep notified. If you want to follow us on the old Twitter, it's at SmackTalk YouTube. And if you want to follow me on the old Twitter, it's at Boyzy88. And I'll see you guys next time on SmackTalk Wrestling Reviews.